The accumulated darkness of ages is dispelled at once by bringing the light in, not by trying to chase the darkness out. Paramahansa Yogananda. So Anneke Lucas begins her book with this quote from Paramahansa Yogananda. The accumulated darkness of ages is dispelled at once by bringing the light in, not by trying to chase the darkness out. Quest for Love, Memoir of a Child Sex Slave. Why such a heavy topic do you bring to us with this video, Mr. Gilbert? Yes, it is the darkest of topics. But for those who are able, we have to shine a light upon it. We have to bring it to the surface in order to eradicate it. Thank you for tuning in. Let us proceed. So the memoir covers the last year of Annike's life when she was ill in the Belgian network, as she calls it, the dark underworld of heinous abuse to children. I would just like to read the back cover. It says so much with a little bit of words. This memoir invites the reader into the heart and mind of a young Belgian girl as she shares events out of 1 year of her life. Her voice supported by the vocabulary and understanding of the adult author. The child's circumstances are brutal. She is being sold by a mentally ill mother into a murderous pedophile network. She desperately clings to the belief that in spite of all appearances, true love does exist. And she searches for it. She searches for the faintest sign of it in the midst of hell. When her blind love for her mother is transferred unto a charming perpetrator, she experiences romantic passion, but is soon cast into abject betrayal and violence, ultimately leading to her certain demise. In the darkest of circumstances, a near-death experience shows her the truth underlying her phenomenal world, and she is given a glimpse of that great love for which she is so desperately seeking. So Annike's memories of her childhood in these horrendous years of her life in the network from about age 6 to 11, they did not start surfacing till later on as a young adult. And of course, they were bewildering to her because she was not clear What are these? Where are these coming from? Are these nightmares? What is this? So her long road to healing and recovery over a span of decades allowed her to put everything in order, to see what happened during those young years of her life in Belgium and in the United States, yes, under the possession, you could say, of a big shot in the worldwide network of this horrible activity. And also in Germany and France as well, memories of brainwashing, mind control, programming of the darkest nature. So just to continue the final short paragraph. Extreme, organized child abuse is horrifying and often impossible to contemplate. Because decent folk don't think of these things and don't even imagine they exist. Unfortunately, it is a reality, a widespread reality. Yet, acknowledging the reality of darkness is the first step toward healing. This account offers both the raw, cold facts as well as the resilience and grace from the victim's perspective, revealing that the darkest of nightmares is rarely just that, but commensurate with gifts of light. This 10-year-old's journey suggests that heinous suffering can unlock hidden spiritual treasures of transcendence and unconditional love. Just a quick wrap up. Relevant links, as usual, will be posted in the description box below the video. So Annika's public sharing of her experiences, they began in 2013 when she felt called to come forward. She felt she had the strength to withstand the inevitable pushback of mockery, disbelief, charges of craziness, all that stuff. And I remember it was a black and white interview that first came out in public, and I remember it showing up in my feed some time ago. Of course, I ignored it because you see the title, right? Child Sex Trafficking Survivor. And the initial response, I think, for everyone, or almost everyone, is, or many, is, and it wasn't my case, too dark, do not want to go there. No. But the recent turn of events with the Sound of Freedom movie being released July 4th compelled me to click on her video. One I found being interviewed by LA Star, I believe, was the interviewer, a two-parter. And boy, man, God Almighty, What an eye-opener. But I was ready for it. At that time, I was ready for it. So you have to be ready for this, to venture into this darkest of darkest subject matter. Again, to reiterate, why bring up such a dark topic? Because the first step in eradicating such heinous behavior is to become aware of it, to acknowledge it, that it exists at the highest levels of our societies and institutions, and that it is widespread. And we can help by lending our ear to the growing number of survivors who are coming forth and speaking out in public. When there is awareness of the problem, then inspired action will follow. Now, there is this notion of, quote, satanic panic. And satanic panic says that these child sex trafficking scenarios of ritual satanic abuse are simply fantastical, hysterical accounts from over-imaginative minds. But this satanic panic explanation does not add up at all if you look into it. It is simply a weak attempt to deflect and dismiss the world's best protected secret. Until now. Now the world's best protected secret is being exposed. And we give great respect and support to those who have survived that hell, to those who have healed enough to go public with their experiences. They could have taken the easier and very understandable route of staying silent and simply living out the rest of their lives in some form of private peace. But they felt drawn to come forward and educate us on this grave topic. Thank you for watching. It's darkest before the dawn. That is so true. The shining light of healing, of divine healing, is exposing so much in this day and age. Let us proceed with courage. Let us proceed with strength. Chips will fall where they may, but truth will be told, truth must be told. As the saying goes, truth is like a lion, a roaring lion. You don't need a lion, or a lion does not need anyone or anything to defend itself out in the wild. It can handle itself quite well. So on that note, until next time, thank you for tuning in. Much love, much love.